Hey, what is everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cinema Soda. I am here with Mr. Extrudin and Mr. Rob Sibeko. So we are going to be covering some movies today, but before we do that, let me actually introduce these guys and introduce what they do and all of that wonderful, awesome stuff. So I'm going to start with Rob, aka the author of Jin's War, The Heist, Bludgeon Ball. These are things that are on the Google Store. Yes, that's right. If you go to the Google App Store and all of those things, like $50, you get there, you get yourself some nice quality writing at a very decent price. So make sure to go cop all of that wonderful stuff. If you're seeing me flick my finger on things, I'm just trying to make sure my phone is not dying, and we're good to go. Yeah, so make sure to go check out all of that stuff. SQJ Pure on TikTok, SQJ Pure on YouTube. Search all of those things. You will find Mr. Rob Sibeko over there and all of that stuff. You know where you also find them at? English is failing me. Bundles need to buy. You know where you will also find them at? You will also find them on a channel called African Frame. African Frame is a channel run by Mr. Extrodin. That is right, Mr. Extrodin of Mzansi Nerds and series in Tonton. Yeah, this guy does a lot of stuff. So African Frame is where you're going to get breakdowns of movies, you're going to get movie commentaries, you're going to get movie trivia, and all of that wonderful stuff. Zanzi Nerds is where you're going to get a podcast called the Africa is Next podcast, where you get breakdowns of anime, you get breakdowns of cartoons, and all of that stuff. There's even a playlist called Tunes for Grown-Ups, where it covers more adult-themed cartoons. And no, not that type of adult. We're talking your, no, I can't say Family Guy. We're talking common side effects, stuff like that. That's the type of cartoons that you'll be finding over there that we break down and all of that wonderful stuff. So yes, and then last but not least is me, Buckmeister Cool from Meister. Oh wait, sorry. You're also on Cinema Soda. Make sure to subscribe to Cinema Soda, Box Office Clash, and Cinema Soda. Yeah, you're gonna see what Cinema Soda is in a moment. Box Office Clash is where we compare our guesses in Cinema Soda to the actual box office that comes out. Hence, we clash with the box office. Okay. Anyway, and last but not least is me, Buckmaster Cool from Meister Geek Media and Buckmaster Cool Reacts. Those are my two YouTube channels. Recaps the Chala campaign. Still going. Yes. Still here. For all of you who are saying, you're still here? Yes. So, yes, please make sure to go check out the Recast the Chala campaign. Black Panther versus the Super Skrull is on my Meister Geek Media YouTube channel. It is at 13,205 views, so it is still going up. Please make sure to go check that out and all that good stuff. Black Panther versus Kang is still up on Tapas, issues 1 through 6, and all of that good stuff. And yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to it, gents. Let's do Cinema Sodas.
Okay, Stewie Griffin, Cinema Suitor.
Cinema Sodas.
Brian Griffin. Okay, guys. So
Right.
I think we're gonna start with Greenland 2.
Yeah.
A country Denmark's gonna have to reinvent after the first one is taken.
I was like, I wonder if Trump was watching this and like, this is how I'll do it. Yes. This is how I'll get them. Where launch the meteor division.
But yes, okay. Beyond that, this is a movie, a disaster piece. Basically starring Gerald Butler.
Yeah.
And,
I went to school with that guy in Lyre School somewhere.
Was he kicking brass down the steps? This is poor school.
And of course,
Lyre School Sparta.
He was kicking black students, dog. I was like, why me only? Gerald.
But it's also starring Morena Baccarin.
Yeah. And you know that Morena means Lord, right? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because Morena means Lord. So
okay.
like Morena Jesus. And I'm like, who gave this child this name? Was it a South African?
I know, right? Tiny Newton, bro. Like, what is happening right now?
Amantha Stenberg. Hey, man.
Yeah, Amantha, what the hell is going on? Hey,
But
but then
Morena is wild, bro. Morena.
Morena is so wild.
For the
And then you get
whitest
to
woman, the whitest woman.
I
let me see if I can find a box office budget for us. I don't think I'm gonna be able to win on this one.
I heard that the first
Um,
one was actually pretty good. Like I heard it was it was one of those movies where like they did the disaster movie, but it was like finally a good one.
uh,
okay. I mean, I haven't had a chance to watch it myself, but that sounds good. Oh, I've got 60. I've
Yeah,
got
what
you know
what
I was
65
actually gonna
million.
check it out. I was actually thinking about like just watching it on my own, via a
Mm,
streaming service or whatever. Because there's no way I'm
mm,
going to the theater for this. Not in this day and age.
yeah.
Yeah, I was actually because I actually heard that the green like with Greenland like the stuff that I heard from critics, they were saying that one Geralt over here, he's not the best of the best. This is not what's the other movie he did? Geostorm. I can't believe I forgot it.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah, like in Geostorm, where they tried to make him an American researcher with a Scottish accent, where he grew up in the UK, and he was like, "Oh God." No, in Greenland, apparently he's just a Scotsman who moved to America and married an American woman. Like that's apparently the backstory. So already I'm like,
easy
okay, plus
peasy.
points
Yeah.
over there. And
You know
then
what I
Yeah.
don't
like he's not
understand
a
about some of these
yeah
movies that come out? It's like you're using the same concept, using the same actor, but with a different name. I'll give you two examples. You remember we spoke about Exorcism with Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
yeah
I think there was Exorcism and then there was The Exorcism or something like that. We spoke about it last year or
yeah
two
yeah
years
yeah yeah
ago.
yeah. I
Yeah, of
remember.
And
course.
then there's also Kate Beckinsale. There was a movie we spoke about, I think last year, where she was like an assassin or
With
something.
Batista.
Was Batista
Oh,
in
you're
it?
With
talking, was it the black
yeah,
box? The one
yeah, they were running like
with
she was wearing a
Magneto.
white dress running through fire. Batista had to protect her like a
No, no, that's
gunslinger
Mila
at the wasteland.
Jovovich. Kate
Oh,
Beckinsale, Underworld.
It's with Magneto. I know what you're talking about. It's the
oh,
black box or orange box, something like that. It's
No, I
another
yeah.
don't think it was
box.
black box or orange box, but she looked fine as hell. And we're just trying to understand why is she in here. Anyway, to cut the long story short, I mean, she's the main character. But to cut the long story short, there's a movie that's coming out in February that looks exactly like that movie, dog. Like, not even, I didn't see the trailer, but just looking at the visuals and how she's dressed and how she looks, I'm like, is this a sequel to that movie or is this another movie with that's exactly similar to it's kind of like Cleaner and another movie that
Hmm.
Daisy Ridley did, and then we were like, wait a minute, is it like this? You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
Hollywood recycling the same concept.
Hollywood is a machine. They're just going to keep making the
yeah,
thing until it stops working. Like
exactly. Because why must they stop?
that's why if you look at what's a good example? Get Out, right? That's why
Mhm.
after Get Out, everybody was chasing a Get Out, and there was some weird twist with their film, or there was some brain,
Yeah,
or there was some
Look, I
social
get that
commentary.
if it's different people, but using the same person, it doesn't make sense to me.
Ah,
You know?
dog, that's the face that made the money. That's the hit.
yeah,
Okay, I hear you
Anyway,
there.
but yeah, getting well, Geostorm flopped, so don't think it assisted Greenland at all.
yeah. That's
Geostorm
true.
was bad, but
That's
yeah,
what I'm trying to
Green.
say as well. Like some of them are not even hits, but they keep on making the same thing with the same people. Like, what the
Because
fuck?
it's
Yeah, I don't know.
guaranteed
Maybe they
money.
think it's a different. Yeah, but anyway, in the original Greenland, like I think he's just a dad. I don't even think he's like a researcher or something. I think he's like a construction worker or whatever. And basically he has to use
Mm,
whatever knowledge he has, and he has to. And I think him and his wife are even having problems in the beginning. So the
mm,
disaster basically brings the family together, and I think that was kind of was like the saving grace of the film, from what I understand with the critics. It was kind of like they were having issues, and then a bigger issue came along, and they had to band together as a family versus the
mm.
disaster being the only thing about the movie.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds
However,
like a good move.
so who's going first? Oh, is it me?
Yeah,
You still redacted the. Oh, you redacted Zuko. Never mind. Um. All right, Greenland 2. Like I said all of that about Greenland 1. I've not seen Greenland 1. I might see it or whatever because I'm kind of on like a rom com kick nowadays. So somebody got me hooked to K dramas, So and it's a drug. It's got me like yee right in my neck. So I might want to check out the first Greenland and see what's going on. This one again, it kind of looks like they're rehashing what I just described. So I don't know if that's a good thing. Um, like it looks like the family's together, and it looks like the family's trying to it looks like they're trying to get to a safe space, or they're trying to get somewhere. But that
Hmm.
kind of might already sully the storytelling because it's just like any drama that could have been gleaned from the family has been resolved in the first film. So I don't
Yeah.
know if I don't know if like rehashing all of those things again in the second film is going to be good.
Mm.
Geralt as a box office draw, he's fallen off big time. He's still a good actor.
Mm.
Even though I think the little soliloquy at the end, I think it was a bit too cheesy. I think if it was me, I would have
Uh-huh.
I think if it was me, I would have put a joke at that point. Like just not like a ha ha funny thing, but just like a little
Yeah.
cut through the tension where I would have had her say liar. He said that liar. My dad said that he would shoot you if you broke my heart or some shit. And then he's like, or something like that. And
Yeah.
just to cut down on because I think the problem is with drama sometimes. As I'm watching K dramas also have it. So don't think that this is just purely an American thing. But I
Yeah.
think sometimes with drama, what happens is that they stack way too much, and it just gets to a point where you're not even feeling the drama anymore. You're just rolling your eyes at the overload or whatever.
That
Like,
happens.
okay,
Yeah.
this speech you can cut it in half. Okay, this moment here you don't need a slow motion shot or so like that little thing at the end of the speech, it felt a little bit long. Overall, if I have to give a score for my box office guess, I'm gonna say plus 50.
Okay, going big. I think that's a good number, actually.
It's a good number.
Yeah, plus 50. I think Herald is people still interested somewhat.
Is
Um,
pulling him now.
Yes.
Morena Baccarin, Lord Baccarin. She had a kind of a cool run with the Deadpool movie, so I think she might have some juice still going on over there. And Greenland One was like well received, so I think the people who liked Greenland One, and also like I think disaster movies still have a place somewhere. So yeah, I
Mm.
think 50 plus 50 is a plus 50, not 50 on the dot.
Is that plus or
There,
Oh,
minus
Rob.
50?
A plus 50, plus 50. Yo, if I said 50 million on the
for
dot and it
fuck's
made 50
sakes.
million on the dot, oh my freaking word. But yeah, plus 50. That will be my score. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, this might take 6 years. Give me a second. What the hell is
Uh-huh.
going
Oh,
on?
yeah, you see you've been
Uh,
rusty, dog. Need to shake off the rust, chief.
Yeah,
all right, cool. I guess it's my turn.
it is.
I mean, while you're fixing this, Cam, you can go and then
Gotcha.
you'll have
Nah, it's cool. I got
uh,
it.
oh, you
My
got it.
tech skills
Okay.
have caught up. Okay, cool, cool. For me, again, I don't know
All right,
anything
but
about the
it doesn't
previous
look like there's a
movie.
plus there, Rob, but we'll just remember for next time.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Okay.
Um, so for me, it was a bit more complicated because I don't know anything about this movie. I would say at first I was like, what are disasters following them? Was it also meteors? Also, I feel like a meteor shower is not a story of survival. Um, but at the same time, I could see the mix between drama and well, shocking action. Um, at the same time, I was like, okay, this is a beautiful trailer. I think it looks good. Looks genuinely kind of unique. Jared Butler actually looks like he's still trying in the year big 2026. Good for him. A lot of actors aren't doing that anymore. Um, Morena is just look. You mentioned Deadpool, but look at Deadpool. They cut her down, bro. They reduced her heavily, which apparently there's a story there. But I don't know. She's giving too strong a side character vibes with this one. I'm not that thrilled about her. And of course, I don't care about kids. Um, So
What the hell?
for me, I would just be here for Jared Butler, bro. So, and I don't know. I just feel like I think what you said is right. They're gonna coast on the old crowd. I don't think that's gonna pull any new crowd. Otherwise, you think I feel like that's where the energy's at with this one.
Sorry, say
That's
again. You
where
cut.
damn it, what's
He
going
says he's
on? What's
giving
wrong
it
with
plus
my
20
line today?
million.
I said plus 20 million. I'm just not feeling, yeah, I'm not feeling the energy with this one. Something doesn't
There
feel
was
right
also
about
a
to me.
random action scene in the forest where like people were firing guns, and I'm like, that's not
Mm.
Greenland is not where you have firefights. Like
Not yet, but yeah, exactly.
already the meteors are like falling from the sky. You don't need to introduce like a second villain. Like I think
I
the
see what
only
you did
thing
there,
is
Rob.
Exactly.
I see what you did there, Rob.
Exactly. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. But no, I
Mhm.
agree. I also it just doesn't
You
connect.
know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
What
okay.
happened?
I missed it. What inside
I don't
joke is
understand.
this now?
No,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
what's
see
going
Greenland
on?
as a place that has guns, and then Rob said not yet.
Oh, we are never getting our American visas.
And it's gonna
Never.
be Rob's fault. It's Rob's fault. Anyway, are
No,
you done,
no,
Rob?
no, no, no. You and TB, no, Buck and TB are going to be the ones that get us in trouble. If you look at all the old videos, 2025, no, we have a warrant for our
No, no.
arrest. No
We're leaving
doubt.
them behind, my G.
2025,
If it means we're going
Buck
to
and
America, we're leaving
TB.
them behind. Batasan. It's fine. Anyway,
Okay, cool, good. So your
I'll
turn.
just dye my hair and wear a MAGA hat, and then I'll be fine.
I honestly was not
All right,
interested in this movie, in this trailer at all. I've tried watching all of
mm,
them and I just was not interested. Like within within like 30 minutes, 30 seconds of this thing, I was just on my phone again. I don't know how many times I've tried to watch
mm,
this trailer. I didn't even know that Greenland 1 exists. Probably watched the trailer some time ago, but I just didn't pay attention or something. I don't know. But yeah, I also got the same mindset. I'm like, meteors, what's happening here? I mean, but look, we've watched things like superhero movies where meteors do crash land on Earth and give some individual superpowers, and the world is still fine. But I don't know, man. I don't know what to expect. Disaster movies back in the day used to be a spectacle. When you see movies like The
mm.
Day After Tomorrow or Volcano or The Day the Earth Stood
Still
Still or
stupid.
whatever.
Still stupid, but
No, no, they were
Yes,
stupid,
of
but they were
course.
quite the spectacle though. Back then, like
They
we
were
took them
events.
seriously. No matter how
Yeah.
stupid they were, like we took them
where you
seriously.
can outrun ice. Day after
We took
tomorrow, they close the door on ice.
I promise you, we took them seriously. Like, and I think it was because they usually got a thespian as the main character. Like they would get a Tommy
Mm-hmm.
Lee Jones or a Dennis Quaid or whatever.
Mm.
But then when you see an
Pierce
action
Brosnan, yeah.
and you see a disaster movie, for me, I don't see the correlate. Like you cannot back kick a meteor. I don't understand why you're doing this. So I don't know. And there's something that I've noticed, Rob. You and I, we did a movie prediction last year, January, for
Mm.
um, what's this? Pantera. What's that movie? Den of Thieves 2,
Den
Pantera.
of Thieves, yes.
And now it's Greenland 2 in January.
Mm.
I'm like, are they
Yes.
preparing Gerald Butler for January movies? What's going on? What's
Mm-hmm.
what's happening here? You
Yeah.
know?
He's
So
Well, I mean,
his
he kind
future.
of aged out of being like he kind of aged out of being an action star, and I think after not Olympus Has Fallen, which one was it? The one where they're in Britain try and the people are trying to get the president or whatever.
That's
Is it
Olympus has
Olympus Has
it
fallen.
is
Fallen?
No, London
Olympus.
has fallen. London has
London
fallen.
Has Fallen. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
After London Has Fallen, which did badly, and then he also
Mm-hmm.
had Gods of Egypt, which took a lot of wind out of his sails. And then there was another
Mm-hmm.
thing that was Fallen, where Morgan Freeman was the president, and that didn't do well. I think right
Honey,
now
no,
what
yeah.
Jerry's, yeah, I think what right now what Jerry's trying to just aim for is, I think he's trying to get into his dad bag, where he's
Hmm.
trying to play more emotionally appealing characters that are not action centric, but because it's Gerald Butler, I think people still associate him with action. So they
I
have to
just
have
feel like
Yeah,
something
Hollywood. I
exploding
just feel
around
like
him.
Hollywood doesn't know what to do
yeah,
with him
but
because
remember now what's it? Hmm. I was gonna say,
because Den of Thieves is action, you
yeah,
know.
it is, but it's not
No,
great
but I'm
action.
saying
I
he's
mean,
not. But I'm saying he's not the face of the situation. If you get what I'm saying with Den of Thieves, he's
it's
just
yeah.
he's ancillary. Where I think as
Mm,
with him when he's in a starring role right now, I think he's trying to aim for. I think he's trying to just get out of that whole action rut that he's been in because a lot of his action movies since 2016 have just not been doing what they needed to do. And it's not on him. I think it's on his agent because he's
yeah,
actually a good actor when you put him in the right element. But
That's what
when
I'm
you try and
saying.
make him, I think the other thing is he doesn't have versatility. I think that's the thing. Gerald, he's like Denzel Washington in a sense, where he can emote with the best of them. He can make you believe
mm,
what he is on screen. But the minute you introduce an accent, or the minute you introduce like a weird, like you try to make him Egyptian of all things, it just
yeah,
doesn't work.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying.
No, I
He
agree with
don't
that.
know, they don't know what to do with him. It's like he reminds me of Liam Neeson. It's like they don't know what to do with that guy.
Yeah, but
You
then he
know,
does what you call it, Top Gun, and you're like, Jesus, this is amazing. So I mean, not Top Gun. What's it? What's
Naked
that
Gun.
movie? Naked Gun. Thank you. And then you're like, holy cow. So he's
Wait,
a weird
is
one.
Naked? Oh, Naked Gun was the what the comedy one, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, did that do good?
Yeah, it
I
did
heard
well.
people hated it. Oh,
It
it
still made
probably did. I
money.
don't know.
It
yeah,
was
okay.
what you call it? It wasn't box office, no, it was streaming, wasn't it?
Oh,
I know
right,
it,
right.
yes. But it made its streaming money, and you can see it on the internet. It's all over the zeitgeist,
Yeah, it's
which is a
Oh,
everywhere.
cool
okay,
word.
nice.
So
Anyway,
what are your
plus
numbers?
15. Plus 15 for
Plus
me.
15. I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna take a chance.
So
I'm
I
gonna be
guess
It's
I'm
brave.
probably
just
gonna make
I guess
more, but I don't know.
I
I'm
guess
gonna
I'm
go with
just
minus 20. No, actually, no,
minus
I'm gonna stick
20.
with plus. No, I'm gonna stick with it. Because it's too close to Kutsa's one.
It's probably gonna
Okay,
make
no.
more, but I don't know.
We'll
All
see.
right,
Plus
Anyway,
15.
guys.
28 years later, the Bone Temple. So this one
Mhm.
is interesting because I thought the next movie was going to be called 28 Decades Later or something, where it's futuristic zombies.
You know what I
I
mean?
guess they can't. I guess they can't do that anymore.
Yep.
This one is directed by Nia DaCosta, of Marvel's fame, I guess.
Uh-huh. I
But
think
like from this trailer, I can see that her and the Marvels, she wasn't the problem from this trailer
No, I
because I
mean,
think
she
this is
said
the best
that.
trailer.
She definitely mentioned that before, by the way, for those that
No,
might
I
not
know
know.
she mentioned it, but you know how people will say things and like to absolve themselves of certain situations, and then you're just like, but when I think you were involved here. Like how Kevin Feige will say something and he's like, it wasn't me, but you're like, it was you, Feige. Just
Yeah.
accept it was you.
Or who's this guy? Taika Waititi saying that he only did Thor for the money. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
and it's just like we can see, sir. It's in the writing.
it's like thanks. I appreciate you being here then.
Yeah, and then
Mm,
he'll tweet things like I made the movie, then I'm gonna go read the comic book to see how wrong I got it, and it's like, yeah, you got it very wrong, sir. Thanks for Thor: Love
It's
and
like,
Thunder, by the way.
yes, thank
Uh,
stop. Can someone please stop giving him money? That's the thing. Stop giving
yeah,
him money.
yeah,
But
like
yeah,
take him away. Like this is the thing with okay, just side note. If a director comes out and says, "Dude, fuck your fandom," take him away from the fandom, please. Like keep him away from the project. You're gonna lose money. And
yeah.
surprise, Marvel, Thor: Love and Thunder. But anyway, back to this. So yeah, 28 years late. I think this is the best trailer that I've seen out of these trailers. There's a lot of mystery around what's going on. I'm not sure where the world is now, whether people are still zombies or not or whatever. Like the way this trailer is shot, this movie, and I know this is going to be a weird thing to say, but it will really depend on the execution of the story. It's not like the trailer alone. I think is going to guarantee it. Like I think it's got energy behind it because of course it's 28. It's a 28 days later franchise or whatever. and like Rob said, it's gonna have a flat rate of about 100 plus or something like that. But like I can feel like there's creative swings going on here, and some of it can miss if you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
This feels like they're
Absolutely.
milking the franchise right now because 28 years later,
It
probably
was
there's
too
a lot.
quick. That's another
Yeah.
question. That's another thing, yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so
anyway,
and also like the conflict in the trailer, I'm a little bit confused on it, but I'm gonna say plus 80. I think it'll still have a flat rate of about 100 million.
I think that's a fair guess. For me, I feel like I'm gonna be more controversial. I was gonna say I agree with Buck. There was a lot of gaps in this trailer, but for me, it felt both confusing and cliche at the same time. Like I
Okay.
didn't know exactly what was gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. Like, does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of cliche elements that I think I know what's about to happen. Where it's like judging by the way with the bow and arrow, and you're like, "Ah, okay, I think the daughter's gonna switch sides to go join that guy." But I never saw the second movie either, so I'm like, hey, what happened to Kick-Ass? No one tell me, no spoilers. But I'm like, okay, but I think he's in this, is he not? Okay, Ralph Fiennes is here. I mean, Bone Temple. Why only 1 year later? This feels like
Isn't
DLC.
Ralph Fiennes the main character of this one?
Yes, he is, but okay, I don't know if he's the main character. I actually think he's not going to be. I think that little girl with the bow and arrow is probably going to be the main character. I have a guess, and then he's going to be like helping that little girl, and then the giant guy. Okay, that was the most interesting character. The giant guy. I'm curious about that. Um, but again, this movie, even though this movie looks tricky, I think because it came out so quickly and because of the way it's named it feels like it's going to be DLC, and I think the audience is going to feel like it's going to be DLC as well. You guys know what I mean by DLC, of
What do you
course.
mean by DLC?
yeah. It's yeah,
Downloadable content.
it's going to be an expansion pack or something. I
Exactly. It's an
mean,
expansion pack.
even
It's
the
not a
way,
sequel.
even the way even the way it's titled, and
Mm,
if like it, and if like it's 1 year late, it might not even be focused on the people that we saw from the previous movie.
No, no,
exactly.
no, no. It is a sequel because they're planning on making this thing a trilogy, as I'm reading here while we're talking.
Uh, but what I'm saying,
Yeah,
I see what Rob is saying though.
yeah, it feels like DLC because it doesn't feel like something about the trailer doesn't feel like a proper continuation. So well, again, but I've never seen the first one, but judging by the excitement of the first one, I don't feel the same excitement with this one as well. And also
Yeah.
just a year later, this is hmm.
And
I'm
also a
assuming that
And
change in,
maybe it
also
was shot
and also a
back
change
to
in
back. If you
director, and also a
remember,
change in director with the style and everything.
thank you. Yes.
do you
The
remember
Neo
Yeah.
da
the
Costa
Matrix
angle.
sequels? Do you remember when
Yes.
Revolutions came out and then Reloaded came out and then
Yes.
Revolutions came out, I think the year after?
But remember, yes, and that had a
I'm assuming
consequence, by the way.
what I'm saying is I'm assuming that they shot this thing back to back. There was probably a second unit that was busy
Second
doing
unit
stuff.
directing with a
That
different
sounds
director
awful.
from the that
Yes.
sounds
Yeah.
That
bad.
sounds awful.
No,
Like,
no,
are
guys.
you trying to downsell me?
Wait, wait.
This man's
I'm not saying I'm
downselling me.
right about. I'm not saying that I'm right about this. But if you guys know what happened with Superman, that was done in the 70s with Christopher Reeve.
Hmm.
Um, Richard Donner was shooting Superman 1 and 2 simultaneously. I don't know if you
Okay,
guys
but
are
that's
aware
still
of it.
Richard Donner. It's not
No, but
Danny
I
Boyle,
like
then
I
Neo
think
No,
da
what
no,
me and
I
Rob are
Costa.
get,
saying though.
I get that. I get that. But also, one thing that we don't know, okay, one thing that is not public for the most part is sometimes these directors get other directors to shoot other scenes in the movie, even though they don't get credits for those scenes. I don't
Yes,
know if you guys
yes,
know.
yes. Whatchamacallit, Gollum is a prime example of that. He used to be a mainly second unit director before he became a main unit
Yes,
director.
that's why I'm saying what I'm
He
saying. I'm not saying it's
Yes,
true.
but
I'm not saying this is
first of
true, by the
all,
way.
there's
It's
a
just
difference between
an
I
assumption.
know. Let's say hypothetically what you're saying is true. That still doesn't help the case. If anything, it makes it worse because there's one thing when you compare what is Smeagol's name? Andrew
Andy
Um,
Serkis.
Serkis. Andy
Andy
Serkis.
Serkis, yeah.
There's a difference between Andy Serkis, who has a reputation that's positive, versus Nia DaCosta, who has a she can say the movie is not her baby, but unfortunately the anchor is around her neck, dragging her down. Do you know
Oh,
what I
but
mean?
what did she do before she did the Marvels though?
Candyman, I think it was. Am I
Uh,
right? It's Candyman, right? And then her own movie, her own like self-made movie about
yeah, I
herself.
think so.
I
And
believe
what
I'm
I'm
right on
saying,
this one.
the directing wise, what I'm saying is with the Marvels versus this. Again, that's why I still maintain that of the list of trailers that we have here, I still think it's the best of the list of these trailers. I think the second one is this thing on, in terms of ranking the trailers. But
Mhm.
what I'm also trying to say is that this feels like at least there's a personality to it via the trailer. But the
Hmm.
problem becomes is that personality clashing with the personality of the one that came before,
Hmm.
and that can be a problem because, like I said, I even saw some BTS stuff. Nia DaCosta was talking about she's trying to take some creative swings with this one, and when you take creative swings in a franchise and you don't have like the rep for it, sometimes it
Yeah,
goes bad.
exactly. The exact, and it's all about reputation. That's what I'm saying. Like if you say Catherine Bigelow or like come on, Wonder Woman, what's her name again? Before Wonder
Patty
Woman's
Yes.
Patty
two,
Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins. If you talk about those
Yeah.
two juggernauts and they say they're trying something, everyone's gonna start paying attention. You know what I mean? But near the caster
Mm.
again, she did this giant L of hers because Candyman, apparently that is a good movie, but it didn't make money. Like I mean, like it really didn't make money. Um, and what you call it now, thingamajiggy, and now she's like this movie just a year later. That's kind of crazy. To me, this movie feels like it's in trouble, and it's coming out in January. Why January? Why? What's going on? This movie feels like it's in trouble, like a mofo. So I feel like this movie is dragging itself down. This movie should have come out in February at least. This was a mistake and a bit of a disaster, in my opinion. But I hope for the best for it, man. I really do, but I don't know. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm the one doing
Yeah.
this. It's my turn.
I
Um,
agree with. Oh, yeah. Please continue. I'll say my
so
bits
yeah.
later.
I actually forgot. I thought it was still in Buck's turn. Um, um,
Yeah, we have
I
a
just have
tendency of cutting each other off, so
yeah.
sometimes we overlap.
No, when we're
But
face to
anyway.
face, we'll see what happens. I laugh is
No,
worse.
no, it's the same thing.
Anyway.
It's the same thing. We recorded the podcast face to face a few times. It's the same thing.
All right,
But
all right,
anyway,
all right.
okay.
Number.
Okay, Buck. It is going to be, I'm going to say plus 45 million. In
Okay.
fact, no,
But
I'm going to say plus 30 million.
are you done with your
I
thoughts
have,
though?
um, no, but I kind of forgot what the thought was. It's
Well,
fine.
okay.
Keep
You were
going.
saying the movie's in trouble. Maybe just finish your thought. You're saying the movie's in trouble. Its release date is
Um,
weird.
Yes, I just think there's a lot of bad things coming together. There was another thing, but it's fine. Yeah, I just think it's gonna come together. It's gonna be in trouble, and Nia DaCosta. And to be fair, this won't be her fault if it bombs. I mean, if there's a massive drop off afterwards, then that's her fault. But if it starts high, drops off hard, that's her fault. But if it starts off badly, it's because of the January, only 1 year later, and then where was the marketing for this? That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Yeah,
Mm.
Kutso, your turn.
Um, I agree with you guys. What you guys said. When I saw this, I was thinking to myself, what the fuck is this? Is this like a behind the scenes documentary that's coming out in
Hmm.
theaters? Then I
Oh
saw
yeah, the
Rafine.
trailer on New Metro. The trailer that I clicked on New Metro. I was like, what is happening here? And then I went to the actual
Then I
trailer.
saw rough finds and I saw that this is an
Hmm.
actual thing. This is not, they're not piggybacking off the movie that came out and giving us a behind the scenes thing. No, no, no. This is actually a movie. So that's the only way it made sense to me that this was shot back to back. I read here that actually Aaron Taylor Joy, sorry, Aaron Taylor Johnson confessed that they actually shot back to back, but he's not in it.
Hmm.
So I just don't know how that worked. It was probably very, very stressful. But I mean, who's this actor? Benicio del Toro is saying when you shoot a film, it's like you're playing Twister. You know, you're trying to like do everything all at once and you know.
Yeah.
But ah I think this is gonna bomb, like you had said, but you never know. Maybe because it's winter elsewhere, it's summer here.
Mhm.
We don't know whether people, we don't know if people go through January globally or if it's a South African thing. But to cut the long story short, uh, Jesus, man, I'll just say plus 50 because look, one thing I've realized about zombie movies. They just
Mhm.
make it for some reason. People love zombie stuff. That's
Yeah.
why Waking Dead was such a huge thing for a long time. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
Oh
even
no,
when it got
that's
bad.
valid. That is valid.
Yeah, even when it got
Okay, and
terrible.
now the trailer that had me begging for mercy. I was
Mercy.
like,
Uh, okay,
Rob
so
and
first
his
off, we
dead
can agree
jokes.
that this premise is stupid, right? Premise is horrible.
Sounds like Minority Report to me, but okay.
No,
I
but
actually
Minority
disagree.
Report. No, but like Minority Report, I feel like was way more intelligent than this. Like
No,
this
no, it
thing.
is. It is, but it just sounds like someone watched Minority Report and thought, maybe I need to recycle this idea, but obviously make it my own. But his own is not as interesting as Minority Report, if that
No,
makes
because
sense.
like, cause the thing is, this logic falls apart when you have to defend yourself.
Mm, that's
No, I
true.
Because
agree. Look, I agree
not
with you. That's what I'm
not
saying.
every no, I'm saying like not everybody is a detective like Captain Star-Lord. What's his face?
Yeah. So then you meet Jesus. That's what
No, it's
happens. You
like,
get to meet
yeah, no,
Jesus.
I'm just like,
Also, and you,
if
you
one of
can you
us is
can
accused of a murder and we're innocent, we have to go through the crime scene, Iron Man style, and
you can
pause
also
and
cook the
replay.
evidence, by the way. You can come up with your own story. I mean, if you're representing yourself, because he's representing himself here, and there's no lie detector test here, is there? So what if he's just cooking the evidence? Like what if he's just presenting the
No,
evidence and
what if
painting
the
like he presents
AI
something?
is coded with a bunch of bias and sees a bunch of
Exactly.
formulas and does not even know the context behind those formulas and decides that because
Exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 happened, you are guilty, and then dead. And then 6 months later, ooh, we messed up. Actually, the AI prediction model got it kind of wrong. Our bad. Whoopsie. Now
I
100
think
people are
that's
dead for no reason.
I I think that's going to be the point. I think that's what the trailer tries to suggest. I
No,
think that's
but
what's
I'm
going to happen.
saying that it's already
Yeah.
dumb on arrival because what
No.
police office or station or law firm or like what legal precedent would that set if they're just like all the criminals get 90 minutes to defend themselves against an AI machine? Ah,
Mm.
I felt my brain leaving my head as I watched the trailer. But anyway, uh, I'm gonna say plus 30. It just this feels dumb to me. It feels so dumb, and it feels like they're just resting on Chris Pratt's star power to get this movie through. And I'm just like, I hate it
But
when
is it
I
is
hate
it
it when
still
writers are lazy.
is it still a star like he used to be though? I feel like he's fallen off.
They think so, but I'm just saying this reeks of lazy writing, and it's just like we want to make a commentary about AI, and I'm like, you're not being very smart with it. Everyone knows it's a disaster to leave a bunch of circumstantial evidence to a machine that is not going to investigate the context behind what happened.
You're always the only time that you actually like anything related to AI is when watching Age of Ultron. Apart from that, Nafana, you cack on
Yeah.
AI every single chance you get. Jesus.
Ultron had a personality, but anyway.
All right, cool. My turn. I'm actually going to disagree with Buck on a little bit on this one. I'm going to push back and say, again, that's kind of the idea of science fiction is that it's supposed to be a crazy premise, and then you challenge it. So I don't mind that.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm like, okay, this kind of reminds you of, M. Night Shyamalan movies. They'll say they'll have a ridiculous premise, and then you got to see how you're going to navigate it with the characters. Problem
I
is,
guess.
um,
Sorry. Oh, can you hear me?
sorry, I've got distracted. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
M.
yeah.
Night Shyamalan premise,
Yes,
challenge
the
it with the
premise
characters.
is challenging. Yes, yes, the premise is challenging, but I think this shouldn't have been a Chris Pratt movie. I think Colin Farrell probably could have been a better director, ironically, because we're talking about Minority Report. I could picture him doing this. I can't picture Chris Pratt making this movie and it looking good. I just think this is just another Chris Pratt, what you call it? Not Age of Tomorrow, Day After Tomorrow.
It's not
Tomorrow's
like
ending.
Passengers.
Oh no, the alien one. I think it's gonna be more like the alien one. What's it called? You come on, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? The alien one.
Alien One is
Blanking.
Guardians of the Galaxy. What are you talking about?
No,
No,
the Netflix movie, and that's basically what this feels like. That Netflix movie.
um,
With
oh,
Chris Pratt.
Yes, with Chris Pratt. Tomorrow War, the Tomorrow War. There we go.
oh, there we
This
go.
feels like a Tomorrow War movie that is designed to make you. That's supposed to keep up. That's supposed to like when you're doing work and you want to have a movie in the background. That's what this movie feels like. And it feels like those Adam Sandler movies where you get your friends together and they just make a movie. That's also what this feels like. And I don't think this is going to make any money, but it is Chris Pratt. But then again, this is a streaming movie, so I'm going to say plus 50, even though I know I'm wrong. I'm going to say plus 50 because even though I know I'm
But
wrong.
I think my problem with the premise here is that you even get a shot of a bunch of people, and like some of those people just look like regular citizens. And what I'm trying to say is like,
Hmm.
depending on the severity of the crime, why is there not even
Yeah.
like a lawyer present to help you present evidence to the AI?
That's why
Like
I was
you just
saying
have,
it seems like he's
Yeah.
representing himself, which is so
Yes,
weird to
that's
me
exactly what
because
he's
he
doing.
could cook the evidence. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
but I'm
He
saying
could
even
cook
if
the
you're, but
evidence.
I mean, but what I'm saying, Kim, is that this thing is supposed to be based on the premise of the criminals get away. We need to wait to stop the criminals from getting away. And I'm just like, if there's somebody who's never doesn't have a law degree or doesn't even know how to examine evidence, and they gotta sit in a chair and only have 90 minutes to prove their innocence, and they're just like, dead, then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'm just thinking about the logistics to people say
Yeah,
that I
you're
get too
focusing
nitty
a lot
gritty
on
into
the
the details.
Yeah, you're getting stuck on those details, but I get it. It's not wrong. You're not wrong to be stuck on those details. But the rest of
But
us are
it's
like,
fine
yeah, that's
anyway.
fine.
I don't know, maybe it's just because as I get into my writer bag, these are things that I'm thinking about within my own stories, because I'm like, if I ask these questions, I feel like somebody else will.
Oh yeah, no, you're not wrong with that. That's exactly how it works. But a lot of people shut their brain off, man.
That's
It's
true.
Chris
So Huso, you
Pratt.
said Huso, did you give your thoughts?
So when I saw this trailer, there are two or three things that came to my mind. The first thing was, oh, this is phone booth, but a different version of phone booth, clearly. Because this is mainly just gonna be two people talking.
That's funny,
Uh,
by the way.
and the second thing is, yeah, remember, there's no new idea, not really. Because to
Yeah, I'm
me,
saying we
this is just a mashup of phone booth, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and Minority Report. To me,
Two of them Colin Farrell movies. Yes.
I can see what inspired them to do this movie. Um, and half of the time is just us looking at Rebecca Ferguson's beautiful face. That's why they hired her for this, clearly. And Chris Pratt, as I said before, he he was in Passengers, where 80%, no, not really 80%, but like I guess you could say, yeah, maybe 80% of the first actor he was by himself because that was the point of the movie. Right? So they've seen that he is so charming that he can just be by himself in a movie and it can work. Um, so I've seen these kind of movies before. We've seen these kind of movies before, whether it's low budget or a blockbuster, and they're either a hit or miss. It
Yeah.
just depends on the storyline. And when I watched this movie, I didn't feel the stakes. You know, back in the day when we used to watch movies, we used to feel the stakes. Like we used to feel like this guy is in serious cack. Like, how is he gonna get out of this situation? And that's what Minority Report gave us when we saw it when it came out. But with this one, I feel like he's gonna get away with it. He's gonna, he's probably not innocent, but if he is innocent, he's probably gonna win at the end of the day. I'm not getting the impression that he might not. And that's the
Because he's
point of
never
a
done
trailer.
it.
A trailer is supposed to. to give you it's supposed to make you wonder how this is gonna work out.
Okay, but
And
now can I ask you a question? Has
yeah.
that not got less to do with the fact that it's Chris Pratt's face that makes it like that? For
Yeah, I
example,
mean, I
there's
guess
this.
yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Sorry,
trying to
go ahead.
say? Chris Pratt's face basically suggests opposed to like Johnny Depp. If you put Johnny Depp there, like the secret window of,
Sorry, you're cutting.
can you guys hear me?
Drop. Yes, we can hear you now.
You're gonna have to repeat what you just
Okay, I
said.
give up. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we
I
can
was
Yeah,
hear you.
saying,
you
for
Anyway,
just have
example,
to repeat what you just said.
I was saying
yeah,
if
go
you
ahead.
replace Chris Pratt with Johnny Depp, or again for like the 10th time Colin Farrell, or well you get an element of sleaze as opposed to Mr. Captain America. Do you know what I mean? That's what Chris Pratt is. So I mean, doesn't that kind of it feels like it adds to the trailer, and that kind of ruins the trailer. Because now you're right, it does look like he's going to win. Obviously.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, but I think also there's another thing that kind of annoyed me about this trailer. Again, is that there was like two story beats that they were bringing up, and it's like you have 90 minutes to do this, and she's like, I feel like you're
Mhm.
withholding information, or I feel like you're not telling me everything, and I'm just like, 90 minutes or you die. Why would you be hiding secrets? Like,
Um,
you want to get out of here or not? Ah.
so I just wanted to say that I hear what you guys are saying. I hear what both of you guys are saying, but I mean they did this as well with Michael Fassbender with that whole Assassin's Creed movie that nobody remembers.
Oh God.
I think
Oh
I think
Lord.
Hollywood just has this tendency
Uh,
to bankroll on a movie star and think that a certain concept will work with that movie star, but it doesn't. You need a different actor to make that movie work. You don't
no
need,
one,
yes,
Cam. No
back
one would
then,
have saved Assassin's Creed.
back
There's
then,
no one.
back then,
Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger would have done something and it would have worked because it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. And with Arnold
yeah,
Schwarzenegger, like his concepts were a bit diverse. We were not really sure what he's doing. He would do Kindergarten
yeah,
Cop the one year, then he would do Predator the other year, and then he would do
yes,
Terminator the other year, right? That's
yes,
why we didn't mind because we didn't really know what Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone would do. But with these
exactly.
guys, we already have an idea of the kind of stuff they would do. And when you see a
Mm,
movie like this, you're like, you're not quite sure what's going on here, and why they chose Chris Pratt to do this. It just doesn't make sense. Um,
mm.
so for me, I think this is gonna bomb. I think it's gonna bomb. So I'll give it plus 40, but I think it's gonna bomb.
Don't think it's gonna bomb. What's gonna happen is yeah, on cinemas, yes. But I think it's gonna go to streaming. It's gonna make all its money back. Watch. They're gonna be saying this
Yeah.
was the top streaming film for 6 months. Watch. That's what's about to happen, like with Red One.
The number one movie in America when it's the only movie that came out that month.
Yeah.
Just because it's Rebecca Ferguson and Chris Pratt, I get it. I
And
get
they've
it.
worked together. Remember, they were together
we
for Tomorrow War.
Okay,
Anyway,
Oh,
next
really?
movie.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't
Next
know that.
movie, which is even more stupid than the one we spoke about. Oh God, Primate. Um, White people, I feel like you need to start suing Hollywood for this defamation of your characters as a people, because I feel like they have just ruined your image as people without self-preservation for decades. I feel like you need to hire a representative because, oh my God, Primate. So first off and foremost, keeping a monkey in your house, especially one of that freaking size that can already tear your arm off in half, dumb.
Yeah.
Uh, then something happens, and also they just say something happens. It could be that the monkey just went crazy. By the way, that just happens. By the way, because they're not animals meant to be domesticated.
Or it could have
Yeah,
sniffed
nah.
cocaine.
It's gonna be rabies.
It was a
Watch. It's gonna
party,
be
right?
rabies. Yeah, but remember something walks into the cage and bites it. It's rabies. Watch.
And then also
It's
on top of
Cujo.
that, yeah, and then on top of that, we've got good-looking preteens or good-looking young adults that are about to have a sex or a sex party or whatever the hell. It's
Mm-hmm.
just hitting all of the repeating tropes in like and also everybody has a phone. They don't call SPCA. They don't call the police. No, they call their buddies to call for help. What? You have access to the police and you call your friend first
Mm-hmm.
to call the
Yep.
police. You know how stupid they. And also, like when the monkey starts flipping out and they close the door and the monkey can't get to the door, they don't grab the keys, run to the car, and leave and go
Oh
get
yeah.
help. No, they stay in they stay in the to sign language at the monkey, and also none of them like try to gang up on the monkey and throw him in the water since he can't swim
I
because
was
they
well,
scream the monkey
that's
can't
exactly what
swim.
I thought. I was like, why don't you
I
just
was
push
like,
this thing into the water? That's the quickest
you see,
solution to this thing.
Because
Why am I gonna watch this? Why
how
should I
many
watch this
holes?
movie
because
if the weakness
they
of
saw what
this
happened
monkey
with
is water?
they saw what happened with the 100 men versus the gorilla. So they were like, you know what,
This
never
is
mind,
not a
guys.
gorilla. This is not a gorilla. Like seven of
This is
us,
a
we can get this
chimpanzee.
thing in the water, especially if it's trying to kill us. Like,
Guys, there's a big difference between Goku and Piccolo trying to grab Raditz tail versus just grabbing this monkey as a team and throwing it into the water.
dive with it. Like when it broke her arm, my instinct would have been to dive with that thing into the water as it broke my arm. I have to push this thing or something. Anyway, I hate everything. And the end of the trailer, it's even worse because how did the monkey get the keys? You left the car unlocked?
And how does it know how to operate that
uh,
car?
hey,
Like, did
super
rabies
rabies.
give it super intelligence? What
That's
the?
what's about to happen.
Super
We joke.
rabies.
Oh my
That's
god!
insane.
All right, plus 10. I hope this thing bombs because it's bad.
So there's no way it's not gonna bomb, bro. This is a bomb of
Yeah,
note.
no,
This is a
no
Netflix
ways.
movie.
-5, actually. Jesus.
Ah, that's too far. Ow, ow.
Yeah, well, look, Tebello would have given this -0. You know Tebello.
Oh yeah. Whereas I'm the exact opposite.
In the spirit
Tebello
of
has given
Tevelo.
things -0 before.
No, I'm saying in the spirit of Tevelo, I'm gonna. Okay, let me change it. I'll say -10. I don't think it makes
All
more than
right.
10 million.
I'm going to say plus 35 million. Nice and easy because this is a movie about watching stupid white people get brutally murdered. I think it'll make 10 million in Africa alone. And I think that's what's about to happen. I think that was the point of this movie. I think everyone who
Wow.
saw this trailer knew what they were getting into, and they were like, yeah, that's where this is happening. So I think it's gonna get its money. And I think it's gonna be stupid, and I don't think it deserves its money. But 100%.
Look,
There's not even a point. I don't
no,
know any of these actors. But yeah,
what I'm
Karen.
gonna say might sound fucked up, but if the owner of this monkey was an African guy, ne? Hear me out.
Dead. Dead.
African guy is an African guy who just came to America recently and has a pet monkey, right? And there's this
Yeah.
whole stigma about Africans and animals and whatever. But this animal is just out of hand. It would have made sense. You know why? Because there's a mystery element to it that sort of kind of seems true to ignorant Americans who don't know much about Africans. You know what I'm
Okay, I
saying?
thought you.
And we were gonna watch it because we were gonna try to see how we are represented in movies as Africans. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
get what you're
Cam,
trying to
But
say.
he doesn't survive the first act if it's a black dude. He just does not.
yeah, that's fine. But still, we were
No,
gonna
I'm
be trying
saying
to
I'm
figure
not
out
talking
what's going
about the
on.
dude. I'm talking about the monkey. I'm saying if as a black person, as you know, as soon as that thing starts wilding, like that's what they do to cows. That's what we do to dogs. As soon as these things start
Also,
wilding, you are not going to threaten my children. You are not going to threaten me, and I feed you. Ha! Dead.
But I guess maybe I guess you
But
guys get what I'm
also,
trying to say.
no, we get
No,
what you're
I
gonna
get
say,
what you're
because
saying. I
in a
perfectly
logical
understand what you're
movie,
saying.
yeah, you're saying
Yeah.
this would be fucking racist as all hell. I get it. And I do think it would be shockingly racist if
Yeah,
there
but it
was
was
any
gonna
that
work. Like Get Out. That's how Get Out worked. That's what made Get Out work. It was racist as fuck.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm
I
just saying I
understand
don't
saying,
see
yeah.
them. I don't see them like if as I'm saying as Mjita, as black people ourselves, we know that if we see this thing is trying to kill us, there is just no way we are going to just let it. We're either leaving or we're getting police and SPCA and they must shoot that thing. There's just no
To be
way.
honest, in my mind, I didn't even consider the black person dying. I just thought maybe they would just hire a babysitter or something and leave. But anyway,
Ah,
going back to the real
okay,
trailer
that would
of
be
this thing.
funny. That would be funny. It's like a serial killer black person just trapping white people with their crazy monkey.
You know what? I might do a comic for that shit. Um,
Oh my gosh.
Just the most
I didn't
racist
kill
shit in
them.
the
My
world.
monkey wild out. My monkey was wilding out.
in
Anyway,
um, in in the actual movie trailer that we saw, man, it was giving Netflix vibes. First of all, I'm not scared of this monkey at all. When I'm looking at it, I'm like,
no.
I don't think he can do anything that would like
If
frighten
I
us.
run,
Guys, there's Planet of the
I,
Apes movies that came out consistently over
yeah,
the years, and they look more scary than this. You know what I mean? Even though we're not
yeah.
really scared of those monkeys in the first place. But what I'm trying to say is, I
Hey,
don't
I'm
even
not
see how
fighting Caesar.
can
Fuck
make
that.
And
if it
also,
was a
if they'd all
gorilla,
picked a direction, if they'd all
if it was a
stayed, if the
gorilla,
monkeys, you know what's funny?
if
If they're
this was
all
a
in the
gorilla,
house, yeah.
on the other hand, a
Even
silverback,
then,
man. Ah, no,
even
that
then,
would have been
man.
a different story, dog.
Because
That
look,
for
a
me
monkey
would
can
have been.
fuck you up, right? But technically, human beings are physically fitter than monkeys. If you all
That's
run in one direction and we keep running, we win.
that's what I'm
You
saying.
win.
That's what I'm
Pick
trying to
one
say. I think
direction.
the
Yeah, like I'm just
monkey
saying, like
part for me
these
is like,
people gave up so easily. They gave up
but
so
a
easily. I'm
gorilla,
like,
my dog.
okay, but I'm saying I
We
see
hear
good
you.
chemistry saying about the gorilla, but I'm just like these
Yeah,
guys gave up so easily. It's like you got to the car, and then now because the car's not working, your feet don't work.
yeah. Just run one
No, but
direction.
yeah, but the gorilla thing, Cam, like I don't know if that like I don't know if anybody would try and keep a gorilla in their house.
Hey man,
Yep.
people have done some weird shit, getting
Just
lions
remember
in their backyard and all that.
the
But
woman that
anyway,
was looking after monkeys got her face ripped off. So after that, I
yeah.
think everyone said, never mind. You know the famous woman, whatever her name is
Yeah,
again?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think
But anyway,
black people in general will like they're animals. They belong in the wild. Why? But anyway, predictions, Cam?
Yeah,
Oh wait,
that's
no,
like
finish your thoughts. Sorry, we cut you off.
people
Finish your thoughts.
yeah,
who name their snakes Freddy, and they say he's cool. I mean, he killed our child, but look, maybe he just had, he was in a
yeah,
bad mood. No,
yeah.
it's a
Run, what you
snake.
say, run, run. He doesn't bite.
So for me,
Run.
the moral of the
Sorry,
story
no,
is keep
don't
wild
run. Sorry,
animals in
don't
the
run.
wild or at the zoo. That's the moral of the story. I don't have to watch this movie. Just keep wild shit in the wild, in their wild habitat, please.
No,
Anyway,
no, he's a rescue. He's a rescue. He's a rescue.
um,
Maybe he didn't want to be rescued. Did you think about that?
plus 15, man. I don't
All
even think
right.
it's gonna make that much, but plus 15.
Hey, rescue things that don't kill you. How about that one?
Never gonna
Uh,
happen.
okay. Is this thing
Ah, he
on?
doesn't
Last
bite.
movie of the night.
Yeah, your thing is
Yo,
on,
what time is
but
it?
Yeah, your mic is fine, bro. Don't worry.
your mic is fine, buddy.
Testing, testing. Yo, we made great time today, gents. I don't know what happened, but anyway.
Oh,
It's
I've got
because it's just the
people to.
three of
I've
us.
got. Yep.
Mm, Okay, so is
It's
this thing on? So starring Will Arnett. I'm not sure about the other actors as some famous
No, Bradley
comedians in
Cooper
there.
is in this.
Yeah,
it's
well,
because
he's
it's
the
his movie.
director.
Yeah, I know,
Which
but
is
he's
interesting.
explained this.
Like Bradley Cooper is like I don't know, as a creative or as a director, he's like taken on these very weird personal, not weird, but very
He's trying to win
personal
an Oscar,
projects.
bro. Yeah, he's trying to win an
Yeah,
Oscar. I'm telling
yeah,
you.
because I mean the last movie
Yeah,
he did was the last movie I know he directed where he was the star
Maestro.
in it. It was the
Maestro.
chef movie, wasn't it?
Oh,
No, it's
Burnt.
Maestro. And you can
Oh,
tell
The
that with Maestro, he really wanted an Oscar for that movie.
He wanted an Oscar,
He
bro.
wanted that shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
mm. Yeah. So I
yo.
guess he's
But
going
there's
into
also
Human
Laura
Connection.
Dern. I mean, Laura Dern was in, what's this movie? Um, Marriage
I've seen her
Story.
somewhere.
Yeah.
I've seen her
hmm
somewhere.
Of course, the Jurassic
But
Park lady.
Jurassic Park, yeah.
oh, now it clicks. I was like, where have I seen you? Oh, okay. Yeah. But getting back to this, yeah, it looks like they're gonna be doing a stand-up thing. At least it's not a bunch of stand-up routines in a film. That's at least that's not what's happening because that's just bad. It's just like just do a comedy special. Why are you making this a
Mm,
film? Um,
mm.
the Arnett jokes that they have, or some of the jokes that they have anyway, even from like the regular comedians, are not hitting great. Which maybe is the point of the film. I don't know. It might be an artistic choice.
Yeah.
It depends. Again, this is going to be a weird thing to say. Like this can go really well, or this can go really badly. Um, Arnett's given a good performance,
Mm,
more or less. I think he's believable in the scenes that he's in. Laura Dern doesn't seem that locked in from the stuff I'm seeing. Like it feels like Arnett is way more passionate about this movie than she is, but I don't know. Maybe I'd have to actually watch the film itself to. I mean, obviously, it's just a trailer, so I don't know. So the premise is that these two what's the score? Amicably set
amicably.
amicably separate, and then they'll find their way back to each other because this guy found a hobby and found new life in his life or whatever the case is. Um, hmm. I don't know. This like again, this is gonna depend on the dialogue and the performances. Obviously, that's like the hook. The comedy, I don't think is going to be the thing that keeps people because it doesn't look like they're upping the comedy or whatever.
Mm,
They're not giving like Arnett's character. He's not telling like solid jokes. He's kind of just ranting about his life on stage, which I mean can work in some respect, but as an audience member, I don't think people go there just to hear your problem solely. They go there to hear a punchline. Uh,
that
so
is
yeah,
true.
I'm. It's tricky to like gauge this one. I'm gonna say plus 20. It doesn't look like it's going to be bad, but I don't know if it's going to be a success at the box office.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, I
actually,
think
I'll
that
say
makes
plus
sense.
35. I'll say plus 35. I don't
Damn
know.
it.
think I think
That was
Arnett
gonna be my
got
number.
yeah, but I think yeah, plus 35. Anyway, that's me.
Um, okay. William Arietta. So, him, I do feel like he's doing a good job as a person who's like smiling, but at the same time is burning inside. I think he's pulling that off quite nicely. I think in terms of the cinematography, easily the best lit movie of all the movies, in my opinion. I think the vibes are great. I love the dad. Oh my goodness, I love the dad so much. Give me 1 second. I've got his stats up here.
Oh, as
So
the
much
actor.
porn. Yes. Um, what's it? Yo, he's low down at the bottom. Kyrian Hines, I thought he was hilarious. I love the fact that Will and Grace is the what's his name from Will and Grace?
Sean
Sean
Austin,
Haynes.
Sean Hayes. Yeah.
Yeah, Sean Hayes is there. It looks like the cast is doing its job, in my opinion. I thought Laura Dern is being Laura Dern. She's never been, unfortunate. I feel so bad saying this, but she's never been. What can you say? She's never been that the star of the show, like Winona
Have you
Ryder. You
watched
know what I
Marriage
mean?
Story? She was the star of the show in that one.
Yeah, but did that really?
No, that's
That
what
was,
everybody said.
yeah, but
Like
that didn't carry
critics.
her. Do you know what I mean? Like
No,
Winona
I hear
Ryder.
you. I was
Do you
just
know what I mean?
answering your question, or rather
But also
correcting you there.
critics are, yeah,
But you're right.
I'll live. But yeah, I think she was all right. What?
I don't know. I kind of it kind of feels like she's lacking a little bit of energy in this
Mm,
trailer, and that's the thing. Like when they're arguing back and forth, it feels like Arnett is arguing with somebody, and it feels like Dern is just looking at somebody, and I'm like, maybe that's the character she's supposed to play. But I feel like
could
if
be.
somebody's in your face like that, you're like, especially when you're going back and forth, you should be getting a "fuck you," no "fuck you" type situation.
Yeah, like a very Jennifer Lawrence, like Jennifer Lawrence or Charlize Theron, who can both kill it. When it comes to these types of roles. A la Tully. Shout out. We've done a review on Tully. Check out our channel. Kutsa, what's the name of it? The channel names have changed.
African frame,
What's
No,
African
Tully?
no,
frame.
it's
It's
still
Af
African frame.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, just checking. All right. But yeah, I think otherwise, I enjoy the vibes. I enjoy the energy. This is not a movie that's designed to make tons of money. But when you look at the amount of people that have watched the trailer, which is like 15 million in 4 months, some ridiculous number like that, I'm a little bit excited that this will somehow get some energy. Um, but I also think a successful movie is not a big number for this kind of movie. So I'm gonna say plus 20. I think I was gonna
Oh,
say
you're
plus
gonna take my
35,
original
30.
score.
Yes, because I was gonna say that score, but then you took it and I was like, I don't want to be the same. I like the fact that none of us seem
Ah,
to be doing the of matching scores. Remember, we all used to be like plus 50, plus 55, plus 50. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just to be unique. So yeah, plus 20.
Kim,
I don't know if you
it's on
guys
you.
know um this podcast with Will Arnett, Sean Hayes, and Jason Bateman. I've been listening to that podcast for years now, here and there, sporadically. And in one of the episodes, they had Bradley Cooper. So I'm just saying this because they these guys are friends. It's kind of like Adam Sandler just bringing his friends into this movie. I'm just surprised that Jason Bateman was not in it. Um, and that podcast was so good that they bought it, or there was a deal of sorts, kind of like the Joe Rogan deal,
Mm.
where these guys made millions from that podcast. The three of them, Annette, Hayes, and Bateman. So I think, again, it's kind of similar to the conversation that we had about Avatar. It
Mhm.
might not be big here, that
Yeah.
podcast. It might not be big here, but it's probably big in America and Canada and other places, I think. And because of that, and also, Will Arnett is a likable guy. What you guys have said so far about him is nothing bad. You guys have never said anything bad about him. It's
Yeah.
because of him that the Lego Batman movie has made over 1 billion at the box office
Oh
because
yeah.
he's the voice of, right?
Batman, yeah.
And there's a Lego Batman movie that's coming out. I'm not sure if he's voicing it. So Will Arnett is just a box office draw. He's just that guy. Like he's likable. If I was Bradley
Oh,
Cooper,
definitely.
I would have made Will Arnett my brother in this movie. They're best friends. And I'm like, yeah,
Mm.
look alike. What's going on? But anyway,
Mm.
what you guys said about the jokes is true. And to me, it's like it's kind of weird trying to make Will Arnett not funny because Will Arnett just coughs and people laugh.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like
Exactly.
he's just a funny guy. So I see it doing well, funny enough. Um, to me, but it does give Sundance vibes to it. It doesn't
Yes.
give worldwide theater movie vibes. It gives very independent film vibes. So it gives Toronto, it gives all those other things that I forgot at this point. So
Yeah, it really does.
I'm actually surprised that there's one thing Buck and I usually complain about in these movies, like these movies are gonna bomb. We didn't see a New York we didn't see like any blurbs. We didn't see any quotes from
Mm,
like
critics.
the New York Times and the LA Times,
Yes.
which is a good
The one
thing,
I
by the way.
yeah, the
Yeah.
one we saw the one where we saw it was Greenland, and I'm like, you guys are not helping your case here. But anyway, no, because
Yeah.
anytime a movie or a film does that, it's like, please see this movie, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Turns out Jabulani at the Steve Biko newspaper said he loves it. And it's like, what the hell?
Yo, shout out to
This is the
Dubs.
best.
Shout out to
This is
Jabulani.
the best movie. This is the best movie that Gerald Butler has been in this year. It's like the 7th of January. What are you saying?
Like,
Yeah.
you know those books, what get the New York bestseller? You're like, this book just came out last week. What are you talking about? How is it a bestseller? Get the fuck out of here.
Because they're lying to
Anyway,
us. Yeah, no, yeah.
yeah, so I think this movie, if it does well, it would be an organic thing. If it does well,
Mm,
it's not gonna be cooked. You know what I mean? So
100%.
plus 30, man. Plus 30.
All right.
Because this
Wow,
is
I thought
giving
you
Let
were
me,
gonna
it's
go. I
giving
thought you were gonna go plus 45.
this
nah,
is
dude.
giving it's giving early 2000s numbers. If you guys remember before the Marvel took over, these were really good numbers back in the day. Like I'm not talking about like your James Cameron numbers. I'm talking about a Knocked Up or Bridesmaids, those
Yeah,
kind of
he's on.
movies that were
Yeah, but we
yeah.
also had a very different economy back then. Also, like
Yes.
you know.
And
So.
also 40 million meant something completely different in those days. Remember,
That's what
it
I'm
didn't
saying.
mean, yeah,
That's what I'm
it
saying.
really
40
didn't.
million was a
Yeah.
big deal back then.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it was a huge deal. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That's so, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
that's
That
what
was
I
more
All
think.
than enough
right,
for Seth Rogen.
all right,
That's
but I
that's
guess that is
exactly
our
that's
show.
exactly who I was thinking about. That's why I used Knocked Up as an example. Because I remember
Okay.
100%.
those Seth Rogen movies in the in like
Mm.
2008 or
Pineapple
so. They were
Express,
making those
etc. Yeah.
numbers. Yeah,
And now we're going home happy. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess that's our show. That's all the movies for tonight. Scream 7 is a different story. You'll see it when you see it, everybody. Don't get confused.
Yeah, look,
uh
we're not gonna touch on it in Feb, but we will touch on it in the box office clash, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anywho, what do you think? Let us know in the comment section down below. Tell us which movie you think is going to make the most money out of these movies. Tell us which movie you think is going to make the least money out of these movies. Or are you one of those people that already saw this we don't know when this is going to air? So by the time this is online, have you seen this movie and do you know the box office already? You can even drop it in the comment section down below and all of that good stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, tell us which trailer you hated the most, and tell us which trailer you liked the most as well in the comment section down below. Talk to us, guys. We want to talk to you in the comment section, not on WhatsApp. In the comments of the
Yeah, we're not
video.
your
Self
friend.
Yo,
post the
dude,
video. Yeah.
in the African Frame on the African Frame Film channel, there was a clip that I posted about Die Hard talking about John McClane, and I said he's not a superhero. Someone commented and said, "You're a prat cock." So we appreciate those kind of comments. We really do. Please,
Well, I
if
mean,
we're
he was
talking
running
nonsense,
barefoot.
please tell
He
us.
was running barefoot on glass, and he could still walk at the end of the movie. So maybe there's powers there somewhere. But anyway,
Yeah.
um, yes. So yeah, no. Tell us that we brought kak in the comment section down below. It's good. Thank you very much. Uh, we will see you all in other videos because we as Cinema Soda have to be out for now, everybody. So peace.
Peace.
Peace.